All right, it's 6:36. We turn our attention to from birthdays to the classroom. Back to school for some already in the Mid-South, and even more on Monday. An expert on back pain, Jennifer Tullis, joins me this morning. Jennifer, thank you for joining me in Memphis. How are you doing?
Hi, good morning. Thank you for having me.
We I guess today we are focusing on the back in back to school.
Yeah, absolutely. The most important part when you're really paying attention is to protect your kid's back. And that kind of comes in two steps, looking at both the weight of the backpack and also the actual fit of the backpack itself.
I would suspect, and I see now the older kids tend to just sling it over one shoulder. I would suspect that you're going to say, don't do that.
Yeah, absolutely. It looks great, but it's not the best for your back. The important part is looking at how much weight that you're carrying. Nowadays we have these huge books, or we're carrying these laptops, and even as kids we're carrying more and more. We really shouldn't be carrying more than about 10% of our body weight on our back. And if that's a 50-pound child, that's only 5 pounds.
Yeah.
So the first part is definitely looking at how much stuff are we carrying around and how much weight is that on our back. And then the second part is definitely fit. So the fit of the backpack, there's a few things that are important. One is having 2 really wide straps that help distribute that weight. The second part is making sure both straps are on
Okay.
Distribute it equally.
Do the straps need to be...
Also,
Go ahead.
oh, sorry, I was going to say also the adjustments of the straps. A lot of people, will lay it really low, and it's really important for it to sit kind of in the middle of your back, so that way it distributes the weight equally.
Okay, what about this? Do the straps, do they need to be super snug, sort of snug, loose? What's best practices on the backpacks for the kids?
Yeah, it really just depends on how it rides in their back. So just as long as you're adjusting them to where the backpack rides in kind of that middle curvature of their back, instead of sagging really low, that's the important part.
Okay. Does it matter how, like in what order things are in the backpack?
Not really. It's more just the weight.
Okay.
So if you can even just put your backpack down and you can sit it on a scale and see how much it weighs. It's more about the amount, especially that we're carrying it. Even, as women, we have these huge purses. If you put them down, sometimes they're, 10 pounds. That's a lot to be carrying.
Sure.
So just, making sure that it doesn't weigh that much, only kind of taking what they need. A lot of times we have a lot of stuff. We'll have these huge binders and things in there that will just have more weight than what we need to actually be carrying.
Jennifer Tullis joins us on Memphis Morning News. She's an expert on back pain, and I assume the reason that we're even able to discuss this with you this morning, it's kind of like the hot coffee label on the coffee cup. That the reason we're discussing this and having this conversation is because it is a problem for some. That there have been consequences.
Yeah, absolutely. We develop our habits with our back and our spine as we're children, and posture is important. I work with the Center for Disc Replacement. We see patients who are looking for alternatives to fusion, and a lot of times that are younger people who have had back pain, whether it's carrying things or, competitive athletics, and we're seeing people younger and younger having back problems. And so, we're able to give them an alternative to fusion that allows them to keep moving and kind of get back to being active in life.
Very good. Jennifer Tullis, thank you so much for joining us on Memphis Morning News. Hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Sure. All right, there's Jennifer, and good to have her on.